come over here. Let's do the before starting the engine. Actually, I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to go down myself. It's just faster. Pre-flight is complete. Okay, so start an engine. No, I'm sorry. We did the pre-flight inspection. Now we're doing the before starting the engine. The pre-flight is complete. Seat belts, harness, we'll pretend they're on. Avionics switch is off. Electrical equipment is off. Circuit breakers checked, all in. Brakes. Let's check the brakes. Ah, I gotta fix the parking brake real quick. Okay, see? Good thing we had the checking list. It works, but it's not mapped to the alpha yoke. So we're gonna fix that. So let's pause the sim here, go up to settings, come over to controls, and we're gonna pick our controller, which is the alpha flight control. And then we're gonna search by input here. This is wrong. Let me check the left. Push to talk. Okay, this is all wrong. So I need to take this off. Come over here. Hit OK. Now, hopefully, let's try it again. That's beautiful. Nothing's supposed to be there. And then let's look for the parking brake. Okay. So this is my right tip, right? So I have to unmap these because I don't like this. My comm is on the left. So we're going to unmap this. And then we're going to go back. And we need to remove the quick reply. And go back. Now, we got to do the parking brake. Park and brake, not park and park. I think it's set park and brake, so let's try that one first. So that's going to be over here. Let it scan. Hit go back. Save and back. Now let me try it again, make sure it actually saved. Controls. We're still at the alpha flight control. So search for input, and then I'll push the button. And there you go. It maps to set parking brakes. So everything's good. I think yesterday, Microsoft was having all kinds of issues with the cloud, and it doesn't sync. It doesn't bring the bindings down correctly. So yesterday was just a bad day. So let's jump back into the sim. Let me get rid of that. Okay, I'm going to be pushing the button again. So this parking brake should move. There we go. Now we're going. Okay. But there's a problem. When I push it once, it doesn't set. So that's doo-doo. So we're going to come back. Controls. Scan this. remove it from here. Go back. Let's try toggle parking brakes. Or is it parking brake set? Let's try this one. There we go. Push once, it locks it. Push it again, it unsets it. So that's the brake. Sometimes you just gotta figure this stuff out. So we're good there. All right. Now, where's my EFB? Let's continue. We're gonna do the SayIntentions AI checklist. So pre-flight inspection. So we did all this before starting the engine. Okay, so we did all this. Test and park and brake set. So good thing we follow this checklist, because if I would have taken off and then tried to land, I'd be like, oh crap, my brakes don't work, or the park and brake. The brake pedals actually work, so we could have stopped. But it's good to make sure that we go through everything. So now we're going to do before starting the engine. Where is it? Okay. Oh, that was before starting engine. Okay, this thing is kind of acting weird. So starting engine, let's go. Mixture. The mixture has to be pushed in. Master switch we need to make turn on. The beacon light needs to go turn on. Hopefully this works. I'm using the alpha yoke, so you'll see it move up here. I'll just point to it, but I'm not going to click. There it goes. That's working. So that's on. The throttle, open 1/8. Push it. Okay, there we go. Yeah. About right. It's about right there. Okay. Prop area. It's clear. Nobody's around. Sometimes those marshals are in the way, so you got to make sure that they're not there. Ignition. We need to start, but this should actually be in the middle. I like that in the middle. I need to add that to my checklist. We're gonna go ahead and all clear prop, and then we're gonna start. Bring it back on the alpha yoke. Okay. So the engine's running, alternator is on, avionics switch is off. So this is the thing I had to fix yesterday. Thank God it's working. Go ahead and turn that on. And as you can see, we do have the flight plan that we loaded earlier. So the radio, we need to get our clearance. So I'm going to tune into clearance. If I double click here, it actually will send it over here. It's just a little trick to save some time, but I can also dial the frequency. Clearance, November Charlie Juliet 472 is requesting a VFR clearance out of Leesburg down to Shenandoah, KSHD.
Clearance on request, stand by. November Charlie Juliet 472, cleared VFR to Shenandoah, KSHD. Maintain VFR at or below 1500, departure on 125.05, squawk 7411. Expect runway 17.
Cleared VFR to Shenandoah, KSHD. I'm going to maintain VFR at or below 1500. Departure is going to be on 125.05. Squawk is 7411, and I'll expect runway 17, November Charlie Juliet 472. So let's go ahead and get
November Charlie Juliet 472, read back correct. Ground is on 120.5, safe flight, sir.
Ground will be on 120.5. Yeah, November Charlie Juliet 472. Okay, now let's do this. We're gonna hit the XBDR so we can turn the transponder on. Our code today is 7411. I think that's right. I usually have a scratch pad. Yeah, 7411. Okay. So we got that. We're gonna do an indent, and you can see it here. It just sent. So we should be good there. And he told us to stay at 1500. So we're gonna dial 1500 here. My readout over here is not working, but it's all right. And usually when I set the altitude, I also like to set my FLC so that's all ready. And we'll set that to 7400, which is the client recommended, not our speed for climb speed. 74 for Cessna 172. Okay, we got that. Now, wing flaps should be up. Okay, we did that. Mixture, we can do lean. And then we're ready to taxi, so let's go ahead and call ground. Go over here. Where's ground? Ground's right here. 120.5. Good evening, ground. November Charlie Juliet 472 would like clearance out to runway 17. November Charlie Juliet 472. Ground, November Charlie Juliet 472 is requesting clearance to taxi out to runway 17.
November Charlie Juliet 472, runway 17, taxi via Alpha 4 Alpha Alpha 1.
Runway 17, we're going to taxi to Alpha 4, and then Alpha 1, November Charlie Juliet 472. All right, guys. Let's rock and roll. Let's turn on the pitot heat, taxi light, nav, and strobe. Oh, Helps if we put the yoke back on. It feels so good to have everything working again. Because yesterday was just crazy. One thing after the other. But we got there. We got there, chat. We got through it. Appreciate y'all's patience. Like I said, I was trying to stream and I kept running into all kinds of issues. Everything keeps upgrading. The sim updated, the SayIntentions updated, the Stream Deck updated, the other plugin engine that allows the Stream Deck to interact with the sim got updated. It was a mess. But today's a new day. It's been a great day.
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact tower on 127.5. Have a good evening.
We'll contact tower on 127.5. November Charlie Juliet 472. See ya. We'll contact tower once we line up. Go ahead and set my flaps. Push my mixture to rich. Make sure all my lights are on, taxi's on, nav's on, strobes on. There we go. This is what I want now. Uh-oh. My P is pausing the aircraft, so I gotta be careful with that. I think I took off. Let me see if chase plane's working. I'm not sure. Yeah, chase plane's here. So I have P mapped over here. The problem is we got to go back to the sim itself under settings, come over to the controls, over to the keyboard now, and search for input and type in P. And you can see there's an active pause here. So all this stuff here I need to remove. Remove it here. Hit OK. Go back. Remove this. Go back. There's 3, there was 4. Find this. Remove that. It applies it to my new profile. Go back. There should, oh, it didn't take out. Okay, let's scroll through here. Oh, there were 2 of them. Go back. There should only be 2. This is the big one right here. The actual pause. So let's unmap that, scroll down, make sure everything's there. There should only be 1 left. The last one is toggle pushback. I don't use it. So that's an Alt P. That wouldn't have really caused problems, but I don't need it. So we're just gonna move that out. And then there should be a P here, Alt P, go back, nothing's there. Hit save, resume. And now that my chase plane is set to P, I can come up here by doing a U and also P for pilot's view. There we go, beautiful. Now, we need to contact tower on 127.5. 127, then bring down to 0.5. Move that over. Okay, here we go. Let's call. Let's call for departure. November Charlie Juliet 472, Tower, Leesburg Tower. We're ready for departure. We're holding short runway 17.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Leesburg Tower, runway 17, line up and wait.
Line up and wait. Holding short runway 17, November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, runway 17, winds 190 at 11, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 17, winds are 190 at 11, clear for takeoff. November Charlie Juliet 472. So we're gonna come up and hold short for a second. Let's get the head and bug face directly at the end of the runway. And 1574. First stage of flaps, full throttle, or full mixture. It's on rich, and we are good to go. Ooh, what is that? What is that? Hold on a second. Woo! There's that bug again. There's that bug. Wow. Okay, let's come back down. Let me end the flight if I can safely. Tower, November Charlie Juliet 472 needs to abort flight. Aircraft has failure. We need to quickly exit taxiway.
November Charlie Juliet 472, exit at Alpha 5 if able, contact ground on 120.5.
Ground, November Charlie Juliet 472, just aborted flight. We need to taxi back to our parking spot number 3. November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, Leesburg ground taxi to main ramp stand 3 via Alpha 5, Alpha 4. Good day.
Taxiing to parking stand number 3 via Alpha 5 and then over to Alpha and then Alpha 4, November Charlie Juliet 472.
November Charlie Juliet 472, say request.
Just letting you know that I'm taxiing to parking stand number 3 via Alpha 5, Alpha 4. Guys, I don't know what happened. There's a failure on this aircraft, so I need to check it out. Actually, let me come over here. That was really weird. He's actually over here. Parking brake set. So let's check the aircraft. Let's make sure the weight is correct. Let's reset this. All right. I think it's good. Give me 1 second. We might have to restart this flight here in a little bit. Bear with me, guys. Be right back. Okay. Let's start this again. Ground, November Charlie Juliet 472 would like to clearance out to runway to taxi to runway 17.
November Charlie Juliet 472, runway 17, taxi via Alpha 4, Alpha Alpha 1.
We're going to taxi out to runway 17 via Alpha 4, and then Alpha 1, November Charlie Juliet 472. Guys, I don't know what happened earlier. We're gonna try this again. My keyboard went out. There we go. Ugh. Okay, just let it text it like that. So we're gonna reattempt this takeoff. The last one, something with the weight of the plane or something didn't allow us. It was dragging us down, so I decided to abort it. We brought it back, had a look at it. Hopefully we're good to go this time. I think some of you guys have seen this bug. So what I did was I went to load and balances and just reset everything back to the default. Something may have changed. I do have to adjust the sensitivity of my rudder pedals. They're too sluggish. So yesterday, pretty much I was having problems with the mappings after Sim Update 5. Just made a mess out of everything. You know what? Let's do this. When I get down here, we're gonna pull over here and we're gonna have a look at the rudder pedals. We're gonna change the sensitivity before we attempt to take off the second time. Go over here. And I'm just gonna hold. All right, so then we're gonna go up to pause the game, our sim, and let's go to controls. Make sure we're on the Alpha Flight Control. I'm sorry, on the T-HOTUS, because that's where the pedals are connected. And then we're gonna do a search for input. There's my rudder axis. And of course, they got reset. So now I have to tweak the curve. There we go. I see the problem. Wow, that don't even work. Yeah, that's what's wrong. make sure that's correct. I was getting no input, so let's do this. That's Y. Okay, the rudder pedals are jacked up. You know, Microsoft needs to really stop playing with crap and breaking it. So I'm on flight HOTUS 1. That's slider Y. So I'm going to unmap this. Go back. And then let's change this back to, just for now, the default. Search for input is Y. Let's see if I have connectivity here. Nope. See, there's nothing. Again. See, they're showing here, though. They function here. Right? Right? Left? Right? So they're functioning here. But the sim is having an issue. Because if I go to controls, and I choose the HOTUS 1, and I search for the input, rudder axis is slider Y. Joystick, axis left, axis right. Let me look it up. There's something not right. Okay, so that's this is messed up, guys. Let's try this. So we have rudder X axis. Let's move over to my profile. So it's under airplanes, right? So this is that's my control. So let's go back to the default here. Okay. So supposedly it's Z and Y. That doesn't look right. So let's go over here. Delete this guy. It's under secondary. Make sure nothing's set. Go back. Okay, so that's gone. Now, rudder axis should be left, right. So the brakes need to be fixed. Let's try one more time. You know, but seriously, where Microsoft needs to stop moving their bindings around, because it's like playing whack-a-mole. And I play that game as a kid. I don't like to play it now. So let's go back to here and check to see my rudder pedals. Okay. Now we're going to check there we go. This wasn't working. That seems better now. Now we're going to adjust the sensitivity. We got to first turn this on. I'm sorry. We got to override the value. I turn that off. Override the value here. Or this one. This is the override. There we go. Now, I need to bring this down to about 49. And this is probably why I couldn't take off earlier too. You know, it's really annoying. Make this 45 too. I think I can type that in. Yeah, 45. There we go. And then neutral. There we go. Now it should be good. Let's try that. All right, so tower is on 127.5. My first flaps. Okay, let's taxi back up. Seems like the pedals are better now. Okay, mixture should be fully riched. First stage of flaps. Tower November Charlie Juliet 472, holding short runway 17, ready for departure. Runway 17.
November Charlie Juliet 472, contact tower.
I am. Okay, 127.5. Oh, okay, the comms changed. Tower, good evening, November Charlie Juliet 472, holding short runway 17, ready for departure. We'll try to attempt this takeoff because the first one...
November Charlie Juliet 472, Leesburg Tower, runway 17, winds 180 at 7, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 17, the winds are 180 at 7, clear for takeoff, November Charlie Juliet 472. Now that the stream deck works. All right, let's go. It's gonna do it again. The hell? Alright, this is the stupid sim doing this crap. Let's see if I can hold it. Let's see if we can... I might be able to save it. Departures on 125.0. Departure November Charlie Juliet 472 with you at 1300. We would like clearance to the Bravo. Good afternoon, departure November Charlie Juliet 472, Cessna 172, currently with you at 1600. We are requesting a clearance to the Bravo.
November Charlie Juliet 472, squawk 7411 and ident. November.
Departure, go ahead, you broke up. November Charlie Juliet 472.
472, loud and clear. Say request.
Request for clearance to the Bravo. VFR, we're doing a VFR down to Charlotte. Excuse me, we're doing a VFR down to Shenandoah.
November Charlie Juliet 472, already in Bravo. Say altitude request.
Request 2000.
November Charlie Juliet 472, maintain 2000.
Maintain 2000, November Charlie Juliet 472. All right, folks, I think I got the plane stable. Whew. I was about to declare emergency because I kept dropping speed. I don't know why. There's a bug here, but I think I got it. I was getting ready to look for the nearest airport so we could declare an emergency so we could actually land, but I think we're okay. Tell you what, chat, been a couple challenges the last couple days. Got all these updates and one thing led to the other and it was just a mess. I tried to stream once or twice, but once I got up in the air or something, it was always a problem, but I believe everything is good now. So let's give that a shot. I was cleared up to 2000, so let's go. Again, I'm checking out SayIntentions 4.0. The ATC seems faster, better traffic injection, not only on the ground, but doing the air. You can actually see the injected aircraft in the air now, where the AI pilots of those planes are actually talking to the ATC AI.
November Charlie Juliet 472, you're leaving the Bravo airspace. Remain outside the Bravo. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved. Take care.
Remain outside the Bravo. Radar frequencies terminated. I'll squawk VFR. Frequency change approved. I'll move over to CTAF and have a good night. November Charlie Juliet 472. All right, now let's squawk VFR, so that means we're going to come over here and change this to VFR, which is 1200. But yeah, so all my problems were like chase plane. I mean, you name it, there was an issue with everything. It was just jacked up. And then the Stream Deck has a pilot deck for the Stream Deck Plus. And on the altitude, you're supposed to touch the screen and it changes between thousands to 100. Nope, it kept changing plugins or pages.
Departure November 367 Bravo Delta 2000 for 4000.
Then I got out of the app.
November 367 Bravo Delta radar
and I
contact.
tried
VFR
other
altitude.
applications and it was doing the same thing.
4000 November 367 Bravo Delta.
Of the Stream Deck and it would change pages. So I unplugged it. I took somebody's advice from the internet, unplugged the USB cable for about 5 minutes, plugged it back in there. Those problems went away. So yeah, so let's talk chat. So the problem I had yesterday was my avionics switch was working beautiful. Sim update 5, they broke the map in to turn on avionics bus 1 and bus 2. It used to be a simple avionics master on. And now, because Microsoft decided that they want to be drilled down to the actual aircraft and give you more control, it turned out that it was actually an electrical bus switch map, and so I had to fix that. But the problem was there's a bug where the profile, it wasn't allowing me to create a new profile because you can't make changes in the default profile. So then finally I got the profile created, but then it wasn't mapping from one side, so I had to manually force the mappings. It was a mess. You know, sometimes I think, I mean, having a lot of control is nice, but also on the flip side, having too much control can cause a lot of problems. So let's go to CTAF. CTAF is on 122.975. 122.975. Where are we at? Let me see. CTAF November Charlie Juliet 472. Currently at 2000. We're doing VFR down to Shenandoah. We're actually going to climb from 2000 up to 3500. I've got to avoid these mountains. November Charlie Juliet 472. Okay. So let's go. Let's set this to 35. Bring the FLC. Oops. There we go. And we should start to climb. Full throttle. Should lock in at 74. Make sure my flaps are, oh, and bring the flaps back. My Stream Deck readout is not showing, but I think that I just need to reset it, and then it will display the status of all the instruments. Now, hopefully if I go to see, get the chase plane view, cinematic view. That's a cool view right there.
Attention viewers, this is your captain speaking. If you're enjoying the flight, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for flying with us today.
Oh, and there's another bug. Okay? I don't think it's a bug. I know what's happening. The symptoms that I'm having, weird stuff happens. I had ejected the co-pilot, like I didn't put him in. Then I put him in, he was working. Then I come back and it disappears. I know what's going on. Microsoft's, the way they sync your local data to the cloud, it gets corrupted so many times. They need to do a better job at that. Because for me to keep clearing cache, my local cache, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. They need to fix that. You know, ever since they started focusing, and I'm not knocking the consoles, but ever since they started focusing more to get the performance better for the PlayStation and for the Xbox, the PC has taken a hit. And that's just unacceptable. The PC user should not have to compromise. If you have the power on a PC, I mean, a lot of us simmers invest in really nice machines so we can run this sim. We shouldn't have to have that taken away from us just to abide by the console owners. Again, it's not a knock to the console owners. It's just how Microsoft is handling it.